Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that could be a total game changer for single moms out there struggling to make ends meet. Up to $18,000 in cash assistance that's available right now in the US. Yep, you heard that right. $18,000. As of March 15th, 2025, when this piece was published by Anthony Lane, there are programs popping up across the country designed to put real money into the hands of single mothers, no strings attached, to help with everything from rent to childcare to just breathing a little easier. I'm talking about guaranteed income programs like Philly Joy Bank, In Her Hands, and Tacoma's Guaranteed Income Initiative, plus some heavy-hitting federal options like TANF, SNAP, WIC, and Section 8. This isn't some pie-in-the-sky dream. These are real initiatives aimed at giving single moms a financial lifeline. So, if you're a single mom, or maybe you know one who could use this info, grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's walk through what's out there, who's eligible, how to apply, and how to make sure you don't miss out. Oh, and stick around to the end, because if you love this kind of deep dive, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So, let's start with the big picture. Single moms in the US have it tough. I mean, we all know that, right? You're juggling rent, groceries, daycare, maybe a job or two, and still trying to be there for your kids. It's a Herculean task, and sometimes it feels like the system's stacked against you. But here's the good news. There are people out there who get it, and they're stepping up with cash. Cold, hard, no loan, no welfare label cash to help lighten the load. These guaranteed income programs are popping up in cities and states across the country, and they're not messing around. Some of them, when you add up the monthly payments over time, can total up to that magic $18,000 figure we're talking about today. Imagine what that could do. Pay off some bills, get ahead on rent, maybe even take a day off without worrying about the paycheck. It's not about handouts. It's about giving you a fighting chance to stabilize your life and build something better for you and your kids. And on top of that, there are federal programs that have been around forever, like TANF and SNAP, that can layer in even more support. We're going to unpack all of it, step by step, so you know exactly what's on the table. First up, let's talk about these guaranteed income programs, because they're the shiny new stars of this show. These aren't loans you have to pay back, and they're not your grandma's welfare checks with a million hoops to jump through. They're straight-up cash payments designed to cut through the red tape and get money to you fast. Take the Philly Joy Bank in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for starters. This program is handing out $1,000 a month for 18 months. That's $18,000 total. To pregnant women who are between 12 and 24 weeks along and live in certain neighborhoods. The goal? Reduce infant mortality and boost maternal health, which is huge for single moms to be who are already stretched thin. Picture this. You're expecting, you've got a toddler at home, and suddenly you've got an extra grand every month to cover prenatal visits, diapers, or just keeping the lights on. That's what Jessica, a mom of two from Philly, did. She used her Philly Joy Bank cash to pay rent, buy healthy food, and stash a little away for doctor's appointments. To get in on this, you apply online, and they pick folks through a bi-weekly lottery. If you're in Philly and pregnant, check out their official site. It's worth a shot. Then there's In Her Hands in Georgia, another heavy hitter. This one's giving $850 a month for 24 months. That's over $20,000 when it's all said and done, blowing past our $18,000 mark. It's aimed at low-income Black women, and the idea is to boost financial security and help you climb the economic ladder. Imagine getting $850 every month for 2 years. Maybe you could cut back on that second job, take a class, or just spend more time with your kids without that constant money stress hanging over you. You apply through their website, and if you're in Georgia and meet the income cutoff, this could be your golden ticket. I mean, think about it. 2 years of steady cash could be the difference between scraping by and actually getting ahead. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, and that's what these programs are aiming for. And don't sleep on Tacoma's Guaranteed Income Program out in Washington State. This one's dishing out $500 a month for 12 months, $6,000 total, to single parents with kids under 18 who live in specific zip codes and have income between 100% and 200% of the federal poverty line. That's a solid chunk of change for a year, and it's managed by the United Way of Pierce County. Maria, a single mom from Tacoma, used her $500 monthly boost to enroll in a nursing program, cut her work hours, and cover childcare so she could be there for her son. She applied online through United Way, and boom, money started flowing. If you're in Tacoma, this could be a lifeline to get you through a rough patch or set you up for something bigger. These programs are all about flexibility. You use the cash how you need it. No judgment, no micromanaging. But wait, there's more! Beyond these guaranteed income initiatives, the federal government's got your back with some tried-and-true options that can stack on even more support. Let's talk TANF, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. This one's a classic, and it varies by state, but you're looking at anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a month if you've got kids under 18 and your income's low enough. It's not just cash, either. Some states throw in job training or childcare help to get you on your feet. The catch? You've got a 60-month lifetime limit, and there might be work requirements, but if you're in a pinch, it's a solid safety net. You can check out the details on the TANF website or hit up your local Department of Human Services. Every state runs it a little differently. California's got CalWorks, New York's got its own flavor, so dig into your state's rules to see what you can snag. Then there's SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, aka food stamps. This one's a godsend for groceries, dishing out $250 to $1,500 a month depending on your household size and income. If you're a single mom with a couple of kids, that could mean hundreds of dollars loaded onto an EBT card every month to keep the fridge stocked. No one's judging you for needing it. It's there to make sure your kids aren't going hungry while you figure out the rest. You apply through your state's SNAP website, and it's pretty straightforward. Show your income, prove you're struggling, and you're in. And don't forget WWIC, Women, Infants, and Children. This one's for pregnant moms, breastfeeding moms, and kids under 5, giving you food vouchers and nutrition support. It's not cash in your pocket, but it frees up money you'd spend on formula or baby food. Hit up the WIC site to see if you qualify. It's a no-brainer if you've got little ones. Oh, and let's not skip Section 8, housing assistance that can slash your rent if you're drowning in housing costs. It's run through HUD, and if you're approved, they'll cover a chunk of your rent so you're not choosing between a roof and groceries. Eligibility's based on income and family size, and there's often a wait list, but once you're in, it's a game changer. I knew a mom in Chicago who got Section 8 and went from paying $1,200 a month to $300. Imagine what that extra $900 could do. Check out HUD's Section 8 site and get your name in the mix. These federal programs aren't flashy like the guaranteed income stuff, but they're reliable, and they can layer up with the other cash to keep you afloat. Now, how do you actually get your hands on this money? Applying's not as scary as it sounds, but it does take some prep. Step 1. Figure out what's available where you are. Google your city or state plus Guaranteed Income Program Or hit up the websites for Philly Joy Bank in her hands, or Tacoma GI if you're in those spots. For federal stuff, your state's Human Services website is your go-to. Every state's got a portal. Step 2. Gather your paperwork. You'll need proof of income, think pay stubs or last year's tax return, proof you live where you say you do, like a utility bill or lease, and ID stuff like your driver's license or social security number. If you've got kids, grab their birth certificates too. Step 3. Apply, usually online. Philly Joy Bank's got a lottery system. In her hands and Tacoma GI have web forms, and federal programs like TANF might need an in-person chat. Check the specifics. Step 4. Follow up. Track your app status online or call the support line if you're stuck. Don't let it sit. Stay on it. Want to boost your odds? Apply early. These programs often have limited spots, and the cash runs out fast. Make sure every detail's spot on. Typos or mismatched info can tank your app. And send all the docs they ask for. Proof of income, residency, ID, because missing stuff means delays. Jessica in Philly applied the day she heard about Joy Bank and got in. Maria in Tacoma had her papers ready and sailed through. Timing and prep are everything. Oh, and here's a pro tip. If you're juggling multiple programs, say Tacoma, GI, and SNAP, double-check how they overlap. Some might count the cash as income and tweak your eligibility, so ask a caseworker if you're unsure. Let's talk real stories, because this isn't just numbers. It's life-changing stuff. Jessica, that Philly mom, was pregnant with her third kid when she snagged $1,000 a month from Philly Joy Bank. She paid her rent on time for once, stocked up on fruits and veggies instead of cheap junk, and even saved a bit for the baby's doctor visits. She said it felt like she could finally breathe. Then there's Maria in Tacoma. 2 jobs, a little boy, barely scraping by. That $500 a month from the GI program let her drop a shift, sign up for nursing school, and afford daycare so she wasn't leaving her son with sketchy neighbors. She's on track to double her income in a couple years, all because of that boost. These aren't flukes. They're what happens when single moms get a real shot. So, bottom line, if you're a single mom in the U.S., there's up to $18,000 or more waiting out there through programs like Philly Joy Bank, In Her Hands, and Tacoma GI, plus federal lifelines like TANF, SNAP, WBUIC, and Section 8. It's not charity. It's a tool to help you build a better life. Research what's local, get your docs together, apply early, and don't let these chances slip by. Visit those program websites or call your local agencies, Philly Joy Bank, In Her Hands, Tacoma GI, or your state's Human Services office, and see what fits. You've got this. All right, folks. That's the mega scoop on cash assistance for single moms. Hope it lit a fire under you. If you loved this breakdown or know a mom who needs it, share it around. And please, hit that subscribe button right now. I'd love to keep bringing you tips like this to make life a little easier. Drop a comment if you've tapped into these programs or have questions. I'm here for it. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.